This International Women's Day, I've got a to-do list for you. Okay, I know all our workloads are off the scale this year and the very last thing you want is yet another item on that to-do list. But the fact that we even still have International Women's Day and we even still need to celebrate it tells us that we're not equal yet. So hey, just for today, forget the rest, deprioritise the rest and do these three things, just three, that might change just a little bit of the position of all of us women. First, check through your reading lists for your modules. How many women are on there? Challenge yourself to put 2 more women on there. Just 2. It's not going to fix this, but it's going to make a wee small change. I mean, let's think about it. Have you heard of Jocelyn Bell Burnell or Pearl Jeffcott or Rosalind Franklin? If you have heard of all those women, it's probably because we've finally got round to calling this out. But absolutely fair play to you if you've known about them for decades. So yeah, number 1, get those reading lists sorted. Secondly, pay attention to who speaks most in your classes. It's so normalised these days that we don't even really notice it, but all the evidence tells us that men, and that includes young men, speak far more than women, and that includes young women in formal settings like work and education. If women or young women do speak a lot, then oh, they're bossy or they're feisty or they're just plain annoying. This is happening right in front of our eyes, so let's try and change it. Encourage the young women in your classes to speak. These things are structural, so why not structure your classes and your discussions and your activities in ways that enable those young women to speak? They have so much to say. Every single voice is important, but equally, if one of these young women is going to be the next Pearl Jeffcott or the next Jocelyn Bell Burnell, do we really want to silence them? So yeah, second thing, pay attention to who's speaking in your classes, and if it's uneven, as it probably is, change it. Number 3 doesn't stray very far away from number 2. Next time you're at a department meeting, listen to the women who contribute. If a woman makes a brilliant point, reinforce it, celebrate it, make sure it's heard. If the point's a bit crap, don't blame that on the fact that she's a woman. And if a man happens to make the same stellar point 5 minutes later, we've all been there, right? Make sure that it's the woman who gets the credit for it. We've seen far too much silencing of amazing women with amazing things to say throughout history and throughout academia. So let's commit to making sure that we're not silencing our own colleagues. So there you have it. That's my International Women's Day to-do list. It's not a big massive list, it's only a wee tiny one, it's only 3 things. And if each of us commit to doing these wee small things, it's going to give us the strength to fix the big stuff, to fight against the bigger structural inequalities, which for me is what International Women's Day is all about. So celebrate those women's voices wherever you find them. And I hope you find some new ones.